Need a boost? Sometimes all it takes is tapping into your inner cool. Icebreaker's gum helps you unleash the confidence within. Each chew releases a rush of icy flavor powered by cooling flavor crystals, sending a wave of refreshment to reinvigorate all your senses. Icebreaker's convenient pack fits everywhere, from car cup holders to backpack pockets, so you can find your cool wherever you go. Grab Icebreaker's gum online or at a store near you.
These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And this is Morbid.
Full-length morbid.
Full-length.
Full-length. Full-length morbid. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, bitches.
Welcome back to another installment of Robert Hansen.
Yay.
That guy from Alaska.
He can see Nebraska. Wait, what can he see from his house? What'd you say? I was going to say Nebraska.
He can see Russia from his back porch.
Yeah, exactly.
We had a few people who were super psyched about an Alaskan case. We have some Alaskans who were super psyched.
Well, happy to
please
please
y'all.
y'all.
Alaskans that were super psyched. We're glad that we could give you this.
Hey, Alaska.
Hey, Alaska. We got to thank some Patronuses.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
You're going to hear my paper, but it's to thank you, so just deal with it. In the Weirdos category this week, we have a Madonna named Olivia.
Yes. Olivia. So hot right now.
Yes, I live for that every time.
Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you, Madonna Olivia.
Thank you so much.
And she's the lone weirdo this time.
Oh, I love when it's just a lone weirdo.
I do too. We're all a bunch of lone weirdos.
It's true.
In the window latching coven, we have Grace Huber.
Grace Huber. Thank you so much.
Grace Huber. Thank you. Your last name was fun to write. It was like swirly twirly. Then we have Janie. I'm really sorry, girl. Kernishan, I must say.
Janie or Jeannie?
It was Janie.
Oh, Janie Kernishan?
Yes.
Janie Kernishan. You are just everything that's right in the universe right now.
Sure
You
are.
hold us all together.
Thanks, Janie.
So I appreciate it.
And
thanks, Janie.
Then we have
Janie, sorry.
Then we have Rebecca Darling.
Rebecca Darling. You're damn darling.
Oh my God, how did you come up with that?
I know, that was really creative.
Rebecca Darling. Thanks, darling.
Thanks, darling. You're the best.
Then we have Aaliyah McLaughlin.
Aaliyah McLaughlin.
Tell the story.
Not only do you have a great first name because it's one of the best singers, like R&B singers ever, R.I.P., but second, your last name is my husband's favorite last name on planet Earth. Like, he loves the last name McLaughlin.
Which is the funniest thing in the entire world.
So you have a special place in my heart right now.
You do. Thanks, Aaliyah.
Thank you so much, Aaliyah.
Then we have Katie McKeown.
Katie McKeown.
Maybe. McKeown.
You're the bee's neon.
Yeah, if I said your last name right, that works perfectly. And then...
Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you, Katie. In the evil onion category, we have Delaney Hall.
Delaney Hall. I know Ash has a special place in her heart for you.
Listen, Delaney, you have my favorite name ever. It's the best name in the world. I want to name one of my kids Delaney, but Annie says no because there was this one girl that she didn't like named Delaney. So it ruins it for all the other Delaneys in the world. But I bet you're fucking rad.
Yeah, I bet she's not that Delaney.
She's not.
No. So thank you so much, Delaney.
Thanks, Delaney. And then we have Dina. I'm sorry if I mess your last name up. Guys, you have hard last names this week. Dina Murchio, I'm going to say.
Dina Murchio?
Yeah.
You're the... I thought I had something there, but I don't.
You're not good at this
you know
week.
what? Dina Murchio. Gio, you're the best.
Yeah. Totally. And then we have the jagged little bitch
I'm really
this
tired.
week.
It's late.
Yeah, it is. We have a jagged little bitch named Brittany with an I, which is so cute. Hudlet.
So cute. Brittany Hudlet.
Or Hoodlet.
Or Hoodlet.
Sorry.
I just think you're wonderful.
I think you're great. Thank you.
You're everything you need to be to us.
Sure
and
are.
more.
Then
You've exceeded our expectations, Brittany Hudlet, so we appreciate you.
You absolutely did, Brittany. I couldn't ask for more.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you. And the final Patreon, and my best friend in the whole wide world, who is actually in a category all on her own, is...
in life as well.
In life, in the Patreon, in my heart, Marissa Kremen. I love
Marissa
you!
Kremen. You're the most relevant.
You are
of all the relevant people.
So relevant, M. Krem. The most relevant woman.
We say this because quick little jokey time. When she didn't see my kids for a little while, she was worried that they would not think she was relevant anymore. And this was when they were like 18 months old.
She was so worried.
So we constantly have to tell Marissa that she's relevant.
Thanks all the Patreons. We could not be able to do this without you.
Thank you so much, Patronuses. You're the best. And just as a little note, if you have donated to the Patreon and you have yet to hear your name shouted out tonight or any other night on any other episode, then let us know, because we just figured out that we possibly aren't getting all the notifications of Patreons. We might be, but we might not be. So we just want to cover all our bases here and make sure that everyone's getting a shout out. So if you haven't heard your name and you've donated, tell us. DM us, email us, yell it really loud from your porch, and
let us
we'll see if we hear. And we'll fix it.
We'll fix it. We'll make it right for you.
We'll make it right, guys. So I think we don't have any other business to attend to. So why don't we just jump into the Alaskan wilderness with Robert Hansen?
Oh, I just jumped.
Woo!
I jumped into the wilderness.
Woo! That's the noise you make when you jump. Woo! I'm there. Let's do this. It kind of feels like the Alaskan wilderness tonight, actually, because we're getting a snowstorm.
I really hope and pray that my boss doesn't make us go to work tomorrow, but I really, really doubt it.
I do too, but I'm going to think good thoughts for you. So without further ado, Robert Hansen. When we talked about him last week, I think we left off with his first couple of victims that he actually ended up murdering. We talked about Roxanne Eastland. We talked about a Clutna Annie, or a Clutna Annie, I'm not exactly sure how to say that. We talked about Joanna Messina, and then we talked about Lisa Futrell. And then we said there was a whole year between Lisa and the next victim. So the next victim was found on September 12th, 1982. From here on out, we're going to kind of talk about when they were found, because we don't have a whole lot of information about all the 17 that we have. So we're just going to kind of hit the ones that we know about. We're going to talk about when they were found and do it that way. So we're kind of in the timeline we need to be in, because I don't want to jump all over. So the next victim was found on September 12th, 1982. Hunters found her in a shallow grave on the banks of the Knik River. I don't know if it's Knik or Nick. Someone from Alaska tell me. It borders Anchorage. Her remains were identified as 23-year-old topless dancer Sherry Morrow. She had been reported missing a whole year earlier.
Oh, wow.
They found that she had been shot in the back 3 times. And cartridges were found near her body that were from a .223 Ruger. I don't know guns, guys. Don't yell at me.
I don't know them.
Ruger, I think it is, Mini 14 hunting rifle. Now, that's what she ended up being shot with, a hunting rifle. Now, weirdly, her body was found fully clothed, but there were no bullet holes in her clothing. So obviously she was nude when she was shot and was dressed before she was buried.
Interesting.
Which is really creepy and weird.
I'm surprised he even dressed her.
Right? It's just so weird.
It is.
So later, it was determined that the night before she had disappeared, she had told a friend that some dude offered her $300 for a nude photo shoot. Now, $300 is a lot of money.
Sure is.
She ended up being driven, and obviously it was Robert Hansen. She ended up being driven to an abandoned lean-to in the wilderness by Robert Hansen with an ace bandage wrapped around her eyes.
Oh.
So how creepy does that sound?
Hate that.
Like, not even a regular just bandana around her or something. An ace bandage. Like, I don't know why, that just gives me the willies. He did this, he said, because he didn't want her to... Okay, so his whole thing is that he's always saying that he never intended to kill these girls. Like, he was always going into this with the intention of he was going to do whatever he wanted to do, and then they were the ones that went batshit, stopped listening to him, panicked, and he was like, I had to kill them.
But you
didn't, he totally put it on them. Like, he totally put it on them. So he said he did this because he didn't want her to see where they were. He said because he was planning on letting her go, and he didn't want her to be able to find this location again because he wanted to use this location again.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He's a sicko.
So, I know. So he ended up getting his SUV stuck in the snow, which he does a lot. I'm like, dude.
You're like, maybe get some snow tires if you're really going to make murder your fucking hunting game.
Smooth this situation out. Maybe, like, throw some chains around the tires, do what you gotta do, but, like, you really...
Go to Michelin, call it a day.
Like, he really is a dork. Like, he can't even
drive a car.
Do that right. Yeah, like, he's like, oh, I got it stuck. So he gets out, he's trying to get the car going, he's messing around with it. Sherry is smart, so she runs out of the car, but she's blindfolded and has her hands tied up.
Oh, fuck.
And it's pitch black in the Alaskan wilderness. Well, obviously, she did not get super far, so he got her, and he said that he watched her run around and scream for a little while, and then just shot her in the back.
How fucking sick is that? Also, like, what a pussy to shoot her in the back.
Right?
Always
and
a
I'm
dick
just
move.
Picturing that. Like, him just sitting there, like, enjoying watching her run around and scream blindfolded in the Alaskan wilderness, and he's just standing there with a rifle.
Yeah, that stresses me out.
Like, that scene alone, I'm like, ugh.
Like, you need serious psychiatric treatment, sir.
Yeah. It just seems like the scariest scene you could ever conjure up. He then ended up stealing a very distinctive gold arrowhead necklace of hers, which ended up being one of the things that nailed him to the wall later.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because he was, again, think about it, he's a hunter by trade.
He loves
he was a
trophies.
hunter. And by all accounts, he was a really good hunter. He was in like several of those books with records and all that. So he's going to take trophies. That's what hunters do. You're not hunting just to leave the animal there and be like, well, that was fun. See you later. Like his whole house was covered in animal trophies. I mean, there was antlers everywhere, heads everywhere, just animal parts.
Yikes.
And so, of course, he's going to take trophies from his human
victims,
but I think this is all he can do is just steal the IDs and all that, so.
Which is, like, the worst thing you could do.
Yeah, it's just,
in order to get caught, I mean.
Yeah, it's just, like, that's the thing, I'm like, You must know other killers, like read other true crime things. If you're a serial killer, you have to at least know one other case of this. You know what I mean? Like, you're not totally in a vacuum here. So it's like you must know that any time that they do that, it nails them to the wall later. Exactly. Like it connects you to the case in a second.
Right.
So it's just dumb, and it's like narcissistic and it's egotistical. It's arrogant. Because they think that they're going to be the ones to be able to do it and get away with it.
Well, that's the whole thing about, like, being a serial killer is you're just, like, narcissistic as fuck. And you just, like, think that you're going to be the one that doesn't get caught.
Exactly.
But guess what?
Like,
you are.
You're always going to be the one to get caught.
You poop head McGoop head.
So, in the year between Sherry being taken and her being found, that whole year, he had already killed 3 more women.
Shit. So he had 4 in that year
Just
already?
in that year. Just in that year. Wow. And he already had about 3 before that.
Damn.
So it wasn't until 1983 that he really started getting looked at as a dangerous asshole. So this is the thing I was talking to everybody about basically how he gets caught. And they do it, it's like the main story in that movie Frozen Ground, The Frozen Ground or whatever it is. I think Vanessa Hudgens plays this girl. On June 13th, 1983, 17-year-old Cindy Paulson ended up escaping from Hansen.
Oh, shit, motherfucker.
Exactly. And she escaped while he was trying to load her into his Piper Super Cub plane to drive her out into the woods.
A plane?
Yes. Because this dude has a plane.
An airplane or like a small plane?
No, like an actual small Piper... A Piper Club is like a small single-engine plane.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no joke. So she told police that he had offered her $200 to perform fellatio, but that when she got into the car, he pulled a gun on her and drove her to his home in Muldoon.
Where was his wife?
I don't know. That's the thing. His wife is like, I don't really know. They don't really like mention where she is during all this or anything. I don't know if he did this when she was visiting family. I don't know if she, like, it's very odd. But she really didn't know.
Weird.
So yeah, so he drives her back to the home in Muldoon. Once there, he basically holds her captive, and he ends up torturing, raping her, beating her, and then he chains her by the neck to a post in the basement.
Oh my god, of his home?
Yeah. Yes. And there's pictures, I believe I posted photos of his basement. It's just all these antlers and like dead animal heads.
Was his
just
basement?
Like it's just creepy as hell. Yeah.
Fuck that.
And then he just took a nap on the couch nearby after he chained her up by the neck.
Well, you know, it's really tiring work.
It is. It's really tough to torture someone.
Totally.
So she said she tried to get out of the restraints. She couldn't get out. He woke up. He gets her out of the restraints. He puts her in his car and took her to Merrill Field Airport, where he told her that he was going to, quote, take her out to his cabin. Now, this cabin was a shack in the, Knik or Nick River area of the Matanuska Valley, and it was only accessible by boat or bush plane. So you couldn't drive there. You had to take a boat or you had to take a little plane.
Yeah.
Now, he told her he was going to take her there, but he said, don't worry, I'm going to have you back home by 11 a.m. the next day. So, like, you're going to live. I'm going to let you go. I'm just not done with you yet. So, Cindy obviously is like, yeah, he's not.
Like, go fuck yourself.
Like, I'm not an idiot. So, she's crouched in the backseat of the car with her wrists cuffed in front of her. And she said that Hansen was loading the airplane's cockpit with all their stuff. And he was trying to get the, like, because I think it's like a 2-seater or something, or like maybe a 4-seater.
Jesus.
It's one of those really tiny ones. And he was trying to get one of the plane seats, like, up in the upright position.
And he couldn't do it because he's a big
dingus. And she said while he was doing that, he had his back to her. So he said while his back was turned, she crawled out of the back seat, opened the driver's side door, and ran towards 6th Avenue.
Yo.
So she later told police also that she had left her blue sneakers on the passenger side floor of the back seat of his car, because she said that she left them there so she could say, see, I was in that car.
Holy shit, how smart.
Which I'm like, wow, that's smart.
Wicked smart.
And it almost didn't help her, because wait until you see how dumb these police are. So Hansen saw that she was running, and he panicked and started chasing her. But she made it to 6th Avenue first and was flagging down a truck.
Oh my God.
Now, while he's chasing her, someone in the airport, like, I think it was a security guard, saw him running. Didn't see her, but saw him running, like, frantically, and, like, caught eyes with him. And Hansen said he stopped as soon as he saw that and just kind of, like, slowed down and then turned around and walked back to the plane, like, because he was like, this guy's gonna think I'm up to something.
Well, he probably already does, now that since he saw
like,
you,
yeah.
like, chilled right out.
Exactly. And now he sees you just chilling out really quick and just walking calmly back to you. Like, he's
Casual.
like, what was this dude doing? So the truck that stopped for Cindy was a driver named Robert Yunt. And he was obviously like, what the hell? But he stopped and picked her up. He drove her to the Mush Inn, and she said she jumped out of the truck and just ran inside.
Oh my God.
Now, she said she pleaded with the clerk to phone her boyfriend / pimp, who was at the Big Timber Motel. And the truck driver drove away because he was like, I don't know what to do, but he called police to report this because she was like so frantic that she just got out of the car and ran into the motel.
Right.
And he was like, like,
Do you
what
want me to do anything?
So he was like, he called the police and was like, hey, so I just picked up this, barefooted, handcuffed woman who said that this dude, like, was trying to kill her and assaulted her and tortured her. So the Anchorage Police Department officers arrived at the Mush Inn where she was dropped off. They were told that she had taken a cab to the Big Timber Motel where her pimp was staying. Officers arrived at room 110 of the Big Timber Motel and found her still handcuffed and just alone in the room. She was taken down to the headquarters, and
Why was she alone?
I don't know. Oh, I know why he was alone. At first, I said the same thing. I was like, why was she alone? I thought that, like, the boyfriend / pimp was supposed to be in the room. But what happened was she got there, told him the whole story, and he went looking for Robert Hansen. He went looking for him with, like, a gun. Like, was going to go kill him. Literally went to go kill him at the airport. Like, was like, bye.
That's a good pimp boyfriend.
That's a good pimp. Bae. So, pimp boyfriend bae.
Steady pimp.
So when she got brought back to the APD headquarters, she described who took her, and it was Robert Hansen. And she said, it's Robert Hansen. Of course, Hansen was taken in and questioned, and he denied the whole thing. And he said that Cindy was just trying to cause some trouble for him because he wouldn't pay her extortion demands.
Oh,
so he was like, she's just trying to get money. She's a sex worker. Why are you listening to her? Because that was his MO.
That's great.
Because if you remember in part 1, it was always his word against the sex worker, and the police department was always like, we're going to take this fine baker's word. Like,
well, even that woman who he followed home, didn't she report him to police? And they were like,
and they did they did more with that one than they did with the other ones, but they really were not taking the word of sex workers here. He even let them into his home without a warrant. Like, he was like, go ahead, search.
Wow.
Because he was like, he didn't think he's arrogant. He didn't think they were going to find anything.
Piece of shit.
Because he had apparently, so he used like a hook or like an eyelet hook to chain her to the pole in the basement. And when she pieced out and ran, he went home and pulled that hook out and puttied up the hole so it wasn't there anymore. So he thought, like, they can't even pin on that. Like, even if she said that, I'll be like, there's nothing.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's insane.
Mastermind.
When it comes to online college, Southern New Hampshire University is so good, it's scary. Listen, the facts don't lie. SNHU has degree programs that fit your goals, online classes that fit your life, and real support at every step. And if that wasn't enough, they've got some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. This is an airtight case, you guys. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to get started. That's snhu.edu/morbid. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So when they went down there, though, they saw that everything else was exactly how Cindy described it. Like, she described all the walls. She said exactly what was down there. And what's even crazier is obviously Hansen had had a few run-ins with the law. I mean, he had stolen shit and all that stuff, so he had been brought in many times, so it was on his record. Well, the department, the APD, was in the process of transferring their computer system to a new one, so none of his priors showed up. So basically, when they looked up his record, it looked like he was squeaky clean. So this is when the police were like, I think we should question the sex worker's story instead of his. So they asked her to take a polygraph.
Yeah, you know. Are you
Not
kidding me?
him. They asked her to take a polygraph.
Dude, what is wrong with this world?
She was obviously, and rightfully, really pissed off and was like, no, I'm not taking one. Like, I told you everything.
Fuck you.
This is ridiculous. If you're not going to believe me, then why would I do this? Now, remember, she had injuries that proved that something had happened, and she described every bit of his car, his plane, his home, and his face to them. And he had a distinctive face. Right. He had acne scars. He had a stutter. He had the glasses. I mean, so the investigation was closed.
Are you
Nothing
kidding
happened.
me?
That is until Detective Glenn Floth, I think it is, of the Alaska State Troopers decided to become involved. Because he was like, wait a second, something is awry here. Now, Floth...
You said his name was Glenn?
Yes, Detective Glenn Floth. So...
Glens always know what's going
Glens
on.
are always on the forefront of everything. Glens are like ahead of the game.
Glens be knowing.
Glens do be knowing. They really do.
They do.
And this Glenn was already part of the team that was investigating the discovery of the bodies that we talked about before. And they were finding all these women in and around Anchorage, and he was part of the team that was investigating this. Now, in September 1983, troopers ended up finding the body of Paula Goulding. It was in a wooded area near the Knik River, and it was only accessible by boat or plane. So that's a big thing, because it's like bodies don't just end up in places that you can't drive to. So
right, exactly.
At the scene, they found the same shell casings that were at the other body dumps, and suddenly they were all becoming connected. So Glenn was the one who started to connect all the missing sex workers from the previous couple of years as well, because he started going down a list of missing sex workers that were just not being investigated. And he started connecting that, wait a second, these might be these girls. He ended up with a victim list of 10 names that were missing. All of them were in their 20s, between 5'4" and 5'7". They all had jobs as topless dancers at one point. And they all had conveniently had very high-paying dates arranged with complete strangers before going missing. Oh. So can you guess who that stranger might have been?
No, I have no idea.
You have no idea? I know, I'm not laying the breadcrumbs well.
Phone a friend?
So luckily, I know it sounds like the Alaska Police Department are completely hopeless, but they're not totally. They kind of sound
like the LAPD.
Right? They're like the LAPD of the wilderness. But they're not. Mm-hmm. They're not completely helpless.
Of the wilderness.
An investigator on the APD named Craig Baker apparently was horrified by how the whole thing was handled in his department, and he joined the investigation with Glenn. So Greg and Glenn are on the case. Now, because he needed a search warrant, he decided to go outside the box for this, and he contacted the FBI, and he talked to Special Agent Roy Hazelwood, and he requested that he help him form a criminal psychological profile based on these 3 bodies that they recovered. Uh-huh. This was like a not normal, or like, this was not a common thing to do back then. Like, this was pretty outside the box to ask the FBI to do a psychological profile, because it was fairly new. I mean, even doing profiling was fairly new. So
I think profiling is so interesting.
Wait until you hear how much I don't know how they did this, because it's literally Hansen. Like, I don't know how they did it. It's like
psychicness.
It's magic. So Roy Hazelwood, the special agent that was coming up with the criminal profile, thought that the killer would be an experienced hunter with low self-esteem, have a history of being rejected by women, and would feel compelled to keep souvenirs of his murders, such as jewelry and all that. He also said that he might stutter. Literally said he might stutter. Which blows my mind. Like,
why did he think that?
I don't know how it works, man. It's like an art. I have no idea how he pulled that out. But, and obviously this is...
I would love to be able to profile.
It's crazy to me. It's, like, unbelievable.
That probably makes your dating game so much easier.
Oh, yeah, you can profile everybody. I'd be profiling everybody.
Like, she's a nope.
He's a nope.
He's gonna buy me steak. Hell yeah.
That's what you would use it for. The common good.
Fuck yeah. The greater good.
The greater good. So they used this profile and they started investigating possible subjects until they got to Hansen, who weirdly...
And they were like, not the first person he thought of?
Well, they were like, he fits this perfectly, and he owns a plane, and had been investigated before.
And we have like 452 million
people being like, hey, he did this. Now, in the meantime, troopers were also comparing tire tread marks at crime scenes, and in and out of crime scenes, and they were matching tires that were on Hansen's plane, because the tires on Hansen's plane were like very specific tires that like only he had. So they were already starting to connect all this. So they had Cindy Paulson's testimony. They had Hazelwood's criminal profile. And so Glenn and the APD were able to get a search warrant to search Hansen's plane, cars, and home. So on October 27th, 1983, they went to his house. They started looking. They uncovered jewelry belonging to some of the missing women and an array of firearms in a corner hideaway of Hansen's attic. So in his attic, in like insulation, he had hidden this jewelry. Oh my God. They found it. Like one of the investigators happened to go up there and start looking through it, and boom, he found it. Now, they also found an aviation map with little X marks on it in various areas. And it was hidden behind Hansen's headboard on his bed, where he slept with his wife.
Was literally sleeping in front of that.
Now, when they compared it with the 4 murders that they were ready to tie to him, they matched where the bodies were found exactly.
Oh, no. But didn't you say how many were there?
There were 20 more X's on the map.
Oh, good.
So, among the items that they found in his home, he had kept a fish necklace that had been custom made for the victim, Andrea Altieri. So this was like a custom-made necklace. They could not, mistake it for anybody else.
Right.
And at the end of this, I'm going to name the victims, because I haven't named them all yet, so I just want to make sure I get their names out there, but I'll do it at the end. Now, this case actually, this is just a little aside, it also set a legal precedent in 1983 where psychological profiling was used as the main basis for issuing search warrants. So this was like a precedent, so that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Now, there were a couple of people who still gave him an alibi, and...
What is wrong with those people?
But when the cops talked to them and said what they had found in his home, all of a sudden they were both like, well, fuck. We lied. Like, they literally were like, whoops. We don't want to go to jail forever, so we lied. Sorry. And it's like, how? You were ready to lie for this dude. Like, that's bonkers to me.
And, like, what did he even do for you?
Exactly.
Make you a fucking cheese Danish?
He baked them delicious baked goods. I mean, I like baked goods. I don't know if I'm ready to lie for them, though.
Betty Crocker, aisle 6. Make your own brownies.
I mean, I loved baked goods, but I don't know if I can formulate or materialize an alibi for them.
I cannot.
I just don't think it's worth it. Now, Hansen was arrested, and he was charged with assault, kidnapping, multiple weapons offenses, and theft and insurance fraud. Now, that last charge was related to a claim filed with the insurance company where he said somebody had stolen a ton of his, like, animal heads. And
what?
He said, like, someone came in, stole all his animal heads from his cabin or his house. And the insurance company gave him, like, an absurd amount of money. They gave him something like $10,000 for it or something. And he used it to buy that plane. So he bought that plane with stolen insurance money. Now, when confronted with the evidence found in his home, he denied. But then eventually, when it became, they were like, dude, we literally have everything. He was like, okay, I did it, but it's the women's fault.
Totally.
Which is like, okay, incel. Okay.
Yeah.
Like classic incel Hansen. And then he tried to just say that it was their fault because if they had just stayed calm and didn't panic, he wouldn't have had to kill them.
You know, like, just stay calm while I let you loose in the middle of the woods and hunt you like an animal.
And that's the thing.
Just, like, calm down.
Just stay calm. Like, chill.
Some people play Twister and Scrabble. I play hunt people like animals.
I play the most dangerous game. I don't understand what the problem is
fine.
here. You are really high-strung.
Like, it's all good, Sharon.
Yeah, it's all good, Sharon. It's fine. So, during a 12-hour sit-down with a prosecutor, he gradually let out what his life was that he concealed from his entire family. He started confessing to each item of evidence as it was presented to him. So they would be like, here's a necklace. And he was like, yep. Like that. I took that. God. And then he topped it off by admitting to a spree of attacks against women, not just the ones that they were presenting to him, but he said it started in 1971.
Oy.
Now, this was in 1983. So he was like, oh, I've been doing this for a while.
He's like, you idiots.
He said his earliest victims were young women, usually between 16 and 19, and not sex workers. These were women that he somehow just picked up and got into his car.
And it was their fault, too.
It was their fault, too.
Cool.
He also said he raped some 30 women and murdered as many as 21.
Wow.
Some reports say 37.
That's disgusting.
But obviously they've not all been found or confirmed. He would kidnap them, the same MO, bring him back to his home where he shackled them in his basement room, known as his den.
Bye.
The women were shackled by their arms, legs, and necks. He would sexually assault them for as long as he wanted to. And then often he would make it so that they were too weak to fight back. Like, that was his plan. He would do it until he was like, you're sufficiently weak. When he was over it, he would then put them into his small bush plane and bring them out to the wilderness. So he was literally flying victims into the Alaskan wilderness after he tortured and raped them, and then let them go into the middle of the woods of Alaska and, like we said, hunt them down like animals. Sometimes, reports said sometimes, for days at a time.
What?
Yeah. Before fatally shooting them. In all cases, he shot. I think he only stabbed one. Now,
what a fucking loser.
Yeah. He was extremely detached from these women, obviously as humans. Like, you have to be to do that. But, like, he made it very clear. He actually referred to his murders as, quote, a summertime project in an interview.
Like, buddy, you're not cleaning out the garage.
Like, a summertime project.
What?
You're not, like, Marie Kondoing your house for the summer. That's not what that is.
Like, you're not tidying up.
You're not tidying up. So he reminds me so much of, like, BTK. Like, he had the wife, he had kids, they had no freaking clue, and he's just doing this as a summertime project.
Or like Ted Bundy.
Yeah. It's true.
Like tons of friends.
He had a
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with BTK, it's like he was married for decades and had kids.
Yeah, the marriage thing is different than...
Yeah, it's like you're living in a house with someone. That would be like John suddenly being revealed to be a serial killer. I'd be like, what?
Oh, I meant to tell you. No, I'm just kidding.
I found some shit out. Like, that would blow my brain apart. Like, I always think about that with, like, BTK's wife and stuff. I'm like, man, that must just... I don't even know where to go with that.
Yeah, I can't even put myself there.
It's crazy. So, Hansen did enter a plea bargain after ballistics tests did match the bullets found at the crime scenes to his rifle specifically. So once that piece of evidence was in there, he was like, all right, cool. The plea bargain, so in 1984, he pleaded guilty to the 4 homicides the police had evidence for, which is Morrow, Messina, Golding, and Eklutna Annie. He provided details about the victims, and he said he would provide all the details in return for serving his sentence in a federal prison, along with he wanted the publicity surrounding his case to be minimal so that his family wasn't affected which is like, oh,
what a guy.
what a gentleman.
Like, how about the family that you affected?
Like, yo, and you weren't thinking about that when you were murdering women? Like damn.
Or, like, what about all the people that have to explain, like, where their daughter
Exactly. And a condition on the police part of the plea bargain was that he had to tell them what the markings on the aviation map meant, and he had to locate all of his victims' bodies. Like, he had to bring them to the bodies so they could get them. He ended up leading police to 17 of the grave sites. And they said that he was almost... Now, they had him, like, heavily shackled and, like, covered with people. Like, he wasn't just walking around the wilderness by himself. But the police said that he was, like, running to the sites. Like, hurriedly going... Like, he was hard to keep up with. And they said he hadn't been to some of these places in years and years. And he knew it right off the top of his head exactly where they were. They said they never had to dig more than one hole to find them. Because he could tell you, which is such a hunter thing, too, I feel like. Like, he's...
I don't know, but damn, that's fucked.
Which is just crazy. So, 12 of these bodies that they found were completely unknown to investigators. Like, totally new information.
Oh my god.
And then there were some marks on the map that he refused to give up the location of, that he refused to tell anything about. Which...
So then what, did his end of the plea bargain get held up?
Well, I guess it did, but I think they were just happy to get what they could get from him, basically.
That's not fair,
because
though.
I think he agreed to it, and then this happened, so they were like, we have to just go with it.
Why do you think he refused?
Who knows?
Like, just to be a dick,
probably just to be a dick. These were in Resurrection Bay near Seward, and authorities suspect that 2 of these marks belong to the graves of Mary Thill and Megan Emmerich, who he denies killing, but they think that they're tied to him. Because you know these dicks. They'll, like, be like, oh, yeah, I'll tell you everything. They seem all fine with telling all the details and all that good stuff, and then all of a sudden they'll be like, oh, I didn't do that. And then you find out later they did. And you're like, well, why are you denying that one? You know, like...
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, they do this shit. It's so weird.
It's a mind game.
Yeah. So the remains of 12 victims, which they say of a probable 21 victims, were exhumed by police and returned to their families.
Wow.
Now, he confirmed to police exactly how they thought these women were being abducted, that he was doing that. And then he said sometimes he would let potential victims go if she convinced him that she wouldn't report to the police. So every once in a while he was like, I just felt like it, and I would let her go. So it's like you never knew.
Just playing God that day.
Yeah. He basically said it was easy because in the vastness of Alaskan wilderness, there's never any witnesses to worry about. No one's going to hear them scream in the middle of the woods. And he said in 1980 he shot the dog of a woman he had murdered so that the dog wouldn't lead anyone to her grave.
Wow. I already thought he was a piece of shit.
Doesn't that make you hate him, like, so much more?
I could strangle him with my bare hands.
Like, he is the worst. Like, he's awful, awful beyond. And then he shoots a dog of a murdered woman so that the dog can't find his owner and lead police to them.
Somebody makes him their bitch.
I'm saying.
Like 20 people, though.
Now, Alaska has no death penalty. So after his guilty plea, he was sentenced to 461 years in prison without the possibility of parole.
Not enough.
Don't worry, he's not going anywhere. He was first imprisoned at the United States Penitentiary, Lewisburg, in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. In 1988, he was returned to Alaska and was incarcerated at Lemon Creek Correctional Center in Juneau. And then that was only for a short period of time, though. And he was also imprisoned at Spring Creek Correctional Center in Seward until May 2014. And then, for health reasons, he was transferred to Anchorage Correctional Complex, and that's where he was when he died on August 21st, 2014, after 30 years behind bars, at the age of 75, from natural causes.
Wow.
And,
what a doucher.
As a little aside, the Pope and Young Club that had entered his records into their, like, hunting records book, Pope and Young, whatever, they initially said that his crimes didn't invalidate his bow hunting records. Like, they were like, he still got those records. But they have since removed his name from the record books.
Yeah, erase.
Yeah, it's like good call. And
Cut.
his wife and 2 children tried to stay in Alaska, but after 2 years of the children being like harassed at school, Mrs. Hansen filed for divorce and they moved to the lower 48.
That's really sad. Like, that kids would make fun of them.
Yeah, they had to be run out of Alaska.
Yeah, that's fucked. And, like, don't make fun of somebody because their dad's a murderer. Like, they
exactly.
didn't
It's like, dude,
they didn't choose that.
that always blows my mind. I'd be like, why would you ever pin that on a kid? It's like, they obviously had no idea. And it's like, do you really think their home life was that great? Their dad's a serial killer?
Yeah,
Like,
that's really
Jesus.
sad. Like, fuck off.
Like, maybe give him a break.
Kids are the worst.
The 17 women that I just want to name really quick, just so we can make sure their names are in there,
Definitely.
are Lisa Futrell, Malai Larson, Sue Luna, Tammy Pedersen, Angela Feddern, Teresa Watson, Delyn Sugar Frey, Paula Goulding. Those were all people who their bodies were found with Hansen's help. Andrea Fish Altieri, which he admitted to killing, but her body was not found. Sherry Morrow was, he admitted to killing and they found her body without his help. Aklutna Annie, he admitted to killing, they found her body, but her true identity has never been discovered. Joanna Messina, he admitted to killing her, her body was found without his help. Another one they nicknamed Horseshoe Harriet, who he acknowledged, her body was found with his help, but her true identity has never been discovered. Roxanne Eastland, who he acknowledged, but they couldn't find her body. Celia Beth Van Zenten, he denied this one. She was only 17.
Oh my god.
He denied this one, but it's tied to him because of the X on the aviation map, and her body was found on that X.
Oh yeah.
So he did it.
Bye.
The next one is Megan Emmerich. She was also 17. He denied this one, but there's an X on the aviation map where her body was found. So again, he did it. Mary Thill, another one he denies, but the X matches her body. And again, it's like, so 3 X's match 3 shallow graves in the Alaskan wilderness, and you're telling me that's a fucking coincidence, you dumbass?
It's not.
Like, come on. Now, of the 17 women, he was only formally charged for the murder of 4. Sherry Morrow, Joanna Messina, Aklutna Annie, and Paula Goulding. But he was also charged with the kidnapping and rape of Cindy Paulson. That is the end of Robert Hansen. So he did.
Wow, what a whirlwind.
He did. Don't worry about him anymore. But he was pretty brutal and awful.
R.I.D. Rest in distress.
Yeah. I like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On the spot.
I love it. So, yeah. So that is the conclusion to Robert Hansen. Hope you all dug it. Glad we could do an Alaskan one. And we'll let you guys know what we're going to hit next week. We're not exactly positive, so we'll let you know. And you're going to be getting an Alaina mini-sode this week as well. Elaine-centric. So stay tuned for that.
In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at
Morbid Podcast.
You can join our Facebook page.
Morbid: a true crime podcast.
You can send us a Gmail.
morbidpodcast@gmail.com.
You can send us a tweet.
On the Twitter at A Morbid Podcast.
You may donate to the Patreon if you feel so inclined.
Patreon.com/morbidpodcast.
And for the last thing, you can go check out our website that my lovely co-host designed at.
Yes! Morbidpodcast.com. No need to put the yes in front of it.
We hope you keep listening, and
we hope you keep it weird.
But not so weird that you buy a plane and travel into the Alaskan wilderness and hunt people down and kill them, and like your tire tracks are like unlike anybody else's, and then you're like, oh my god, X marks the spot, and like just don't be that guy.
Don't do
Also,
it.
get your stutter under control.
Bye.